You're right, with a W, as we have the Kawasaki Brave Thunders hosting 30 Ravenna and the Sanen Neophoenix. And we'd like to welcome you to the Todoroki Arena, or for those in English, this is the Roar Arena, the home of the Kawasaki Brave Thunders. And they've been on a rocky road these last couple of weeks. Looking at their overall record, last year they finished in third spot with a 43-16 card. And right now, not too bad. Decent start to begin with. They've got 18 wins and 6 losses, but unfortunately, in their last 5 games, it's been up and down, and then finally up. As we take a look at the team standings first, Kawasaki there in second spot with an 18-6 record. As we mentioned, Sanen mired there in 10th spot in their conference with only 4 wins against 20 defeats. Looking now at the performance of the Kawasaki Brave Thunders, last December 18 and 19, they faced the Chiba Jets, the defending champions, and they won on December 18 with a score of 89-85, but the very next day, they lost 86-78. The following weekend, December 24 and December 25, Christmas Day, they faced Osaka Evesa. And they won on the 24th, 90-81, losing to Osaka 95-84. And then last week, in their final game of the season, they won against Ibaraki with a score of 104-65. On your screens right now, you're taking a look at the standings of the Sanen Neophoenix. And those are their last 5 games, actually. They were on a 14-game losing streak. They won versus Aishin on Christmas Day, December 25. And then, unfortunately, they lost to Ryukyu in their final game of the season. So they're coming off a 101-69 defeat over the Ryukyu Golden Kings. But the good news for them is that man, Elias Harris, is back in harness. He's been out for quite a while. He actually got injured on October 27 with a hamstring injury and was out for 2.5 months, almost 2 months actually. He came back, and you can see for Coach Branislav Vicentich still trying to get his sea legs, but as far as that coach is concerned, always with a stern look, he's glad to now have a full complement of players. Right now, he's going to be able to tweak his starting lineup once again because Elias Harris has almost always started. But without him, they inserted Justin Knox into the starting lineup. And now today, we mark the return of Harris back to the starting 5. Here we have the starting 5 for the Sanen Neophoenix. They're going to start out with number 0, 30 Ravenna. They're going to have number 4, Robert Carter. Number 14, Yoshiyuki Matsuwaki. Number 20, Elias Harris. And number 21, they have Ryo Tawatari. It's a little bit of a shuffle here once again, but as far as Coach Branislav Vicentich, as we mentioned, he's just happy because now he has all his imports ready, strong, and able to give their best fight to start 2022. And here we have the home squad, Kawasaki Brave Thunders. And here at the Roar Arena, they always reserve the best for last. And the best, as far as they're concerned, is the king, Nick Fazekas. Starting 5 here for Kawasaki. They've got number 0, Yuma Fuji. Number 23, Matt Janning. Number 33, Takumi Hasegawa. Their man in the middle, together with Jordan Heath, who is wearing jersey number 35. And here we go, the first game of the year for both these squads. There you have the 3 officials handling things here just January 2. Once again, Happy New Year to each and every one of you. Thank you for joining us. Anthony Sutay with the call, and our 3 officials are Referee Hirahara, Referee Sato, and Referee Ono. And there on your screens once again, San Neophoenix parading Ravenna, Carter, Matsuwaki, Harris, and Tawatari. For the home squad, Kawasaki Brave Thunders, they've got Fuji, Fazekas, Janning, Hasegawa, and Heath. 30 Ravenna there on your screens, wanting to be able to make sure that his squad starts off on a winning note. Justin Knox there on your screens. He will be coming off the bench as he usually does for the Neophoenix. I'm interested to see the condition that Elias Harris is in. The last time we had him for the coverage, a week ago, you could see that he was just getting back into the groove of things. He was not yet in his rhythm. He's got to get into his rhythm as quickly as he possibly can. He's got Fazekas, Janning, and Heath to contend with here. And then also, Spanish national player Pablo Aguilar will be coming off the bench. And so for the Neophoenix, they need the very best of Elias Harris today. And as is usual for Kawasaki, they have Japanese national team member Ryusei Shinoyama coming off the bench. That's firepower off the bench, and Shinoyama normally will finish the ball games. Now they go to Fuji, as expected. Janning, he's a gunner from the outside. Finds the king inside. That's a breakdown in defense. Too easy, but Heath overshoots. Dodging an early bullet there was the San Neophoenix. Carter can hit from there. He's going to try to bring it closer. Matsuwaki with a jumper. Nothing that time. Janning out to Nick. Yuma Fuji for 3. Again, you'll have to say that's a breakdown in defense there. Yuma Fuji was all alone, just like what happened earlier to Jordan Heath. Sana needs to be able to clean that up if they want to stay competitive here. Carter will not challenge Hasegawa. Elias Harris from the free throw line will give it up. Shot clock down to 2. 30 knows it, puts it up. High looper. 30 Ravenna hits, ties the ball game at 3 apiece. Nice to see 30 hitting his range early in the ball game. That'll open things up for his drives to the basket. 30 Ravenna playing last line of defense. Goes out to Janning. Janning stops, pops, and hits. Just like that. It is 6-3, another 3-point lead here. You have to put a hand in the face of Janning. Harris inside the paint. Will rattle that one through. Cuts the lead down to 1. That is the Harris you need to see. Extra aggressive. Janning up there against Matsuwaki. Nice lead pass, but Harris was there. 30 on the break. He's got players on the wings. Will take it in all the way, but he'll miss. The boys in red running, and that's going to be a first slam dunk here for Jordan Heath. That's another breakdown there. No transition defense by the boys in white. Another 3-point lead here for Kawasaki. Carter with a jumper. A little bit too strong. It's going to rattle right back to him. That's a lucky break here for the San Neophoenix. Let's see what Coach Branislav Vicentich decides to talk about in their very first timeout, because so far defensively they've had a lot of holes. Tawatari with the inbound. Finds Matsuwaki. Back to Tawatari. Getting to the passing lanes and scoring there is Yuma Fuji. That has been another problem for the San Neophoenix. Their turnovers and their turnover is very high. That leads to easy fast break points, just like what you saw earlier. Tawatari floating inside, hits! That's going to cut the lead down to 3. 2.5 minutes gone here in period number 1. Once again, they go inside to Jordan Heath, and 30 Ravenna cannot do anything against Jordan Heath. That's a very good timeout here called by the San Neophoenix. Kawasaki is just taking, it's like taking candy from a baby here, really. They hit a couple of outside shots, but those slam dunks and those layups, just too easy. Here it is once again, slipping towards the basket. Heath with another 2 points inside. That's making good use of your timeout before the lead gets too big to be able to overcome. I'm sure it was more than a gentle reminder that we can't allow Jordan Heath to get too many easy points inside. Jordan Heath is one of the leaders actually here in the B-League in terms of slam dunks. They count the number of slam dunks a player has. Here's Carter from the side. So the offense is flowing here for the boys in white, but defensively, let's see if they can clean things up. Janning to the corner. Hasegawa will miss. Nice rebound there from Tawatari. Looking for some space. Uses that Carter pick. Quarter court jumper hits. 2 points there. That's actually the second basket for Tawatari. So he's got 4 markers early here in the first period. Cuts the lead down to just 1. They go inside to Nick. Nick kisses off the glass. Again, they're getting into their positions. They're deep inside the paint or around the shaded area with so much ease. Lead back up to 3. Nick with his first 2 points of the ball game. Tawatari hounded by Fuji. Shot clock is now down at 5. 30 realizes it. Goes all the way in. The floater hits. 5 points now for 30 Ravenna. That's a good sign. All the imports have been extra aggressive. Fuji hounded there by Tawatari. 4.5 minutes gone already here in the first period. We've got a very good pace to the game. Janning stops, pops, and misses. Tracking it down are the San Neophoenix. And here's Carter. To the wings. Nice look inside. Harris! Baby hook works. Don't look now, but the San Neophoenix are up by 1 at 15-14. Chance of Kawasaki. They go inside to the king. Yuma Fuji gives it up. Extra pass. That's going to find Janning. He's their designated gunner. He's going to miss. They've got another possession here. Yuma Fuji went towards the basket. Branislav Vicente didn't like it, but there was some contact. Watch it here. There was a hold already there. Well, in fairness to Coach Branislav Vicente, he couldn't see the hold of Tawatari on the left part of the body here of Yuma Fuji. Fuji on the line for 2 shots. Makes the first. If you're a fan of the San Neophoenix, you like, though, the fluidity of their offense here so far. Their defense leaves something to be desired, but offensively they're done well. Second tie at 15. Chance of defense now from the fans here at the Todoroki Arena. Ravenna. Nice lead pass. Matsuaki will give it up. Shota Tsuyama has checked in. Does he realize the time? Forces that one up. He's able to hit the rim. But not a very good possession once again offensively. Just when I was praising the fact that they were running their offensive sets with so much fluidity. To the corner, Hasegawa, that rattles out. The King is there. Misses on that short stab. Harris pushing it up. Harris still will attack Jordan Heath, and he gets blocked. Jordan Heath, one of the top shot blockers. Tsuyama, a little bit too strong. They kick it out. Janning with the spin. They've got numbers. Janning will give it back. The King again kisses it off the glass. You can see the King hobbling back and forth already because of all the wear and tear that he's really gone through. Just so much mileage basketball-wise. There's another steal. 2-on-1 break. Inside to Jordan Heath, and a foul is going to be called there on 30 Ravenna. Talk about adding insult to injury. When it's Jordan Heath trailing, just give him the basket. That's the second turnover that they've given. And there it is, Fuji. Very close. Touch pass, and Heath converts. Jordan Heath now with 6 points. Now with 7. He leads all scorers here. And there is Ryusei Shinoyama. Shinoyama, of course, a longtime member of the Japanese national basketball squad. And here's Pablo Aguilar, a member of the Spanish national team. So 2 players coming off the bench, and you can see swarming defense. Does that change possession? Never mind. Carter is going to score. Cutting down that lead here for Kawasaki to 3. Almost an 8-second violation there for the boys in white. But they dodged another bullet there. Pablo Aguilar can hit from the outside. Good hands there from 30. Janning has been averaging 12 points a ball game. He's actually played in 19 games already. Shinoyama to the King. The King inside. His floater. In, out, and back in. And the lead is back up to 5. That matches the biggest lead in the ball game so far here. Kawasaki looking good. 30. We'll give it up. Tsuyama needs to attack. They swing it over. Harris hits. That was a bailout shot once again there for the boys in white. Shinoyama gets stopped in his tracks. One of the few times we've seen Shingo Okada. He has really not played that much. Long rebound falls to Nick, and Nick easily puts that through. Nick now with 6 points to go with 3 rebounds and 1 assist. Carter, he's got that range and hits from 3. That cuts the lead down to 2. It's a shootout at the OK Corral here at the Todoroki Arena. Opening game for 2022 for these 2 squads. A foul is going to be called there on Okada. That's going to be the 4th team foul, the final team foul that the San Neophoenix can give. Kawasaki, on the other hand, has yet to get into the foul. First foul there you can see. Sugiura checks in for the first time. Terry Ravenna made a good account of himself with 5 points. Under a minute and a half remaining here in the first. Janning gave it up. Finds Aguilar, and Aguilar hits. Janning actually could have taken that. But he finds Aguilar, and Aguilar compliments him with an assist. Here's Carter, kicks it out. Harris. Harris now all the way inside. He's gonna come up short though. Aguilar with the rebound. A minute remaining in this one. Talking about the first 10 minutes though. The King tries to kiss it off the glass. Fails that time. The King is an NBA veteran. Nice pass, Okada. So an assist there for Elias Harris, and Okada has given them quality minutes here. And a timeout will be called by the Kawasaki Brave Thunders. 42.9 seconds remaining in period number 1. .9 seconds remaining here in the first period, and another veteran coming in here for the San Neophoenix in Atsuya Ota. Also another longtime member of the Japanese national squad. He has been their starting center for quite a while, adding a lot of more height. Okada there with a rebound. Just a 3-point lead for Kawasaki. That's definitely a traveling violation. Tsuyama was of two minds whether to attack or to pass it to the wing. Watch it here. He wanted to pass it, and then he said, I could drive it, and then comes up with a traveling violation. Difference of 2 seconds from the game clock and the shot clock. Sanen actually has one more foul to give. Janning with a 3. Bang! You have to be really literally in his face. He's a shooter, the purest of them all. Here's another pure shooter. But he's going to come up short. Pablo Aguilar with the rebound. And it's going to be a 6-point lead enjoyed here by Kawasaki to end the first quarter of play. They're up 30-24. Welcome back to the Todoroki Arena, or as they say in English, the Roar Arena. The home of the Kawasaki Brave Thunders, as here today, their opening game for 2022, they host 30 Ravenna and the San Neophoenix. As we enter the second kanto, they're up by 6. Yamauchi, a little too strong on that floater. That would have cut the lead down to 4, and he knew it. Yamauchi, one of the new players, the 8 new players for the San Neophoenix. Yamauchi played for Shibuya last year. Fuji, trying to get away. Gets to the corner. Nice basket there. They found Maeta. And Maeta was way too free. A lot of these shooters, you give them that much space, they'll burn you. It's now 33-24. This is now the biggest lead in the ball game for Kawasaki. Carter almost lost it. Will lose it. Shinoyama puts it up and through. It's now an 11-point lead. And again, it's another turnover up high in their court, which leads to easy baskets on the other side. They've already given up 6 on 3 possessions. Sugiura will give it up. Ota, double clutched. Ota's got that in his arsenal. He should have just taken the shot. Okada was going in for the rebound. Sanen is not one of the teams that plays very well coming from behind, so they have to make sure that they don't allow Kawasaki to get a big lead. Shinoyama. Nice curl by Maeta. On the outside, Aguilar hit one from there, hits another one. He's got 2 threes for 6 points for Pablo Aguilar. It is now 38-24. So the boys in white have been stuck at 24 for quite a while. They have yet to score here in period number 2. Carter. Carter attacks against 3, kicks it out. Okada. He's got that in his bag of tricks, just didn't hit there. Shinoyama. No need to rush things. He feels that his team has got the right tempo and they're up big already. Looking to make it even more. Maeta's gonna lose it though. And another turnover here for the boys in white. Aguilar. Yuma Fuji all by his lonesome. A little bit too strong, but look at that. The boys in red much quicker to the 50-50 balls. Tawatari is going to check back in together with 30 Ravenna at the next break. They need their contribution. Maeta's going to put that through. Already 2 threes off the bench. And a beleaguered look there on Coach Branislav Vicentich. Can they finally get their first basket here in the second period? They're still at 24. Carter being stopped there by a couple of locals. Maeta gets clipped. Carter says, I got my 9 points and I got the first 2 points of my squad here in the second period. That's all that matters. Shinoyama stopped there by Yamauchi. Now Shinoyama gets away. Another 3 for Aguilar. That time just a little bit offline. The tip goes all the way to Aguilar. Lead is still at 15. That's good defense there from Ota. And here come the starters. Tawatari together with 30 Ravenna. Yonesu's going to check in for the very first time. That's Ryoto Yonesu. He's actually only 18 years old, standing 5'9", but they're very high on this young kid. Let's see what he can contribute here. Trying to go inside. Maeta is able to track that. Puts it up. Will miss. Here comes Tawatari. To the wing. Matsuwaki for 3. Will come up short. And Yuma Fuji says, let's take our time once again. They have yet to get the king back in there. They don't need him. Heath for 3. That rattles out. Matsuwaki with the board. He'll bring it up. But their team still trailing by 15. Tawatari. Floater will come up short. Easy rebound there for Jordan Heath. And they give it to the youngster, Yonesu. Japanese basketball as a whole is so vibrant right now with a lot of these youngsters. Shot clock is at 4. Aguilar that's almost from the logo. Another long rebound, and it's gonna stay once again with Kawasaki. Using the pick. Heath couldn't find it. 30 Ravenna gets fouled. That's a good foul there from Fuji. One of the few turnovers here for the Kawasaki Brave Thunders. Looking at the numbers. Turnovers only 3 for Kawasaki. Already 6 for the San Neophoenix. And a timeout is going to be called right before the technical timeout. Kawasaki wanting to talk things over. They're still up by 15. Exactly 5 minutes remaining here in the second period. Tawatari gets it outside to Ota. 30. Puts up a 3. Will come up just short. Fuji with the rebound. Let's see them run their offense, what they just talked about during the break. A little bit of isolation there against 30. Aguilar attacks inside, gets blocked, but Heath is there for the putback. And that's going to bring us to an official timeout here. 4:26 remaining before the halftime break. And so far, so good here for the Brave Thunders. They're up 43-26. Final 4 minutes, 26 seconds here in the second period. And looking good here. The start for the Kawasaki Brave Thunders for 2022. Pass a little bit too high, but Carter's able to track it down. Matsuaki to Carter. Carter inside. Nice basket there for Elias Harris. We have yet to see Justin Knox, though. Quite surprising. Trying to check the box scores if they've actually listed Knox. But Knox is not listed, so, well, unfortunately here for Coach Branislav Vicentich, now he doesn't have a full complement of imports once again. For the time, it was Elias Harris out for about almost 2 months with a hamstring injury, and now Justin Knox not in harness. Aguilar, nice look. They send it out to the wing. Aguilar with the rebound. Aguilar against 2. Will pick it up. That is making good use of his 6'8" frame. Watch it here. Ball's going to stay here in this end. Only the first personal foul on Matsuaki. Also the first team foul for Sanen. Aguilar. Cross-court pass. Easy 3. Yes! That's what we talked about. The fact that the shots have been just too easy. Naoya Kumagai, who's only played in 9 games, averaging 9 minutes, hits a 3 there. He's already at his average. And they're looking for more off that turnover. A lot to be discussed in the locker room here for Coach Branislav Vicentich. If they want to be able to come back, that's good active hands. Here's 30 on the break. 30 still. Nice find. Harris puts it through. Nice assist there for 30 Ravenna. Harris is going to pick up points 10 and 11. He also has 3 rebounds and 2 assists. Under 3 minutes to play here in the first half. Fuji just trying to kiss it off the glass, was asking for a foul, none given. And the boys in white are running. Trying to take advantage, but good transition defense shown here. Shorten the 3 there. Carter hit 1 earlier, but he's missed his next 2. Kumagai gives it up. That's another 3. That rattles out. Tawatari will give it up. That could have been a traveling violation there. Harris calling for the pick. Goes to Matsuaki. Matsuaki's going to lose it. And the youngster here with a slam dunk. Naoya Kumagai now with 5 points. He's actually not that young. He's 31. Lead is back up to 17. Tawatari challenged, finds Carter. Carter can't hit. He's missed his last 3 attempts from 3. That's a well-run fast break. Another foul is going to be called here in 30 Ravenna. Yuma Fuji just off and running. He finishes strong. And if he makes this free throw, that could be an even 20-point advantage. Look at that pass there from Yonesu. And now they're going to bring in Nick Fazekas. Not that they need him anymore. His squad is up by 20. Well, could be 20. After this free throw, it stands at 19. Yonesu is going to be replaced. I'm quite surprised why they're replacing him. He's doing quite well. You should leave him in there. Give the youngster even more confidence. Fuji's going to come up short. It's now a 19-point advantage. Tawatari will give it out. 30. 30. Nice find. Harris double clutched. And then goes inside. Extra pass. Ravenna whips a pass to Tawatari. Tawatari can't get that to drop. Here they come on the break once again. Fuji knows there's no numbers. We'll wait for the rest of the squad, and here's the king. Janning has also been reinserted, so a lot of firepower. Is that foul going to be on 30 Ravenna? If it is, that's going to be foul number 3. 30 doesn't like the call, but there was a little bit of contact. There's confirmation. We might not see 30 Ravenna till maybe the second part of the third period. Shinoyama inside now. Finds the king. There was a kick ball. Back to 14 seconds. The shot clock here for Kawasaki. Shinoyama on the outside. Using that pick. Throwing it high. Heath there complaining that he got fouled. But the pass also looked uncatchable. Nice look at Coach Kenji Sato. He's pushed all the right buttons here today. The squad up by 19. And looking for more with his defensive stop. Tawatari gives it out. Yamauchi. Nice find. Harris for 3. Yes! That's going to keep them in the ball game, and a timeout will be called here by Coach Kenji Sato. He's got one more timeout to call right before the halftime break, and he wants to make sure he makes it count. Final 22 seconds of quarter number 2. Janning with possession. They're going to milk this down to the very end. Sanendo still has one more foul to give. And they're making things really difficult for Shinoyama. Shinoyama finds Heath. Heath will miss. 3 seconds remaining. Can they get up a shot? That would have counted if it dropped for Sugiura. But 2 quarters are in the books here from the Todoroki Arena. And so far, so good for the hometown fans. Their squad is up 50-34. Happy New Year once again, and we're going to show you the highlights of the first 2 quarters of play. First game of the year, 2022 for the Kawasaki Brave Thunders and the San Neophoenix. We're coming to you from the Todoroki Arena. And a pretty good up and down for the first 10 minutes of play, really, from both these squads. Sanen actually even led by 1 at 15-14, but just too many turnovers. And turnovers up high, leading to those fast break points. Looking at the points off turnovers, it's 18 for Kawasaki, just 5 for Sanen. So plus 13 in that department. 30 Ravenna with a floater. He had a 3 earlier, and he came up with that floater inside. Here's Janning. Janning finds an open teammate, and Fazekas bangs it through. Another one of those turnovers, and Yumafuji always in the passing lanes. And a foul's going to be called there on 30. He just needs to get out of the way and give that easy shot to Jordan Heath. Janning hits. And that is where the first period is going to end, 30-24 in favor of the Kawasaki Brave Thunders. And in the second period, this is when Pablo Aguilar and the rest of his squad just poured things on. They led by as much as 19. Aguilar, you see, just too much time there to size that one up and launch. Cross-court pass, Maeta off the bench, hits 2 threes. They've really been moving the defense of the San Neophoenix from one side to the other. Nice slam there from Maeta. That was Kumagay. And at the halftime break, it is 50-34, a 16-point lead enjoyed by the Kawasaki Brave Thunders. Let's break down the numbers. Actually, look at that. From 2-point distance, essentially the same, 63.2%. The difference was really in the 3-point field goals made. 8 out of 20 for 40%, only 3 out of 13 for 23% for the San Neophoenix. Free throws, not an issue. In terms of turnovers, not really an issue. 5 turnovers for Kawasaki, just 8 for San Neophoenix. That's not that bad, but you see 22-16, those are the rebounding figures. And the 19-2, that's the bench points. And those bench points are really going to be glaring because guys like Nick Fazekas really hardly played in the second period. They've allowed the guys off the bench to come in and really do the damage. More numbers. It's plus 7 in assists for Kawasaki. They have 16 as compared to just 9 for the San Neophoenix. Coach Branislav Vicentich must have really had a lot to discuss during the halftime break with his squad. Let's see if they can rise to the occasion here. You don't want to be able to start off the year on a losing note, especially since you're entering this game with 4 wins and 20 losses. For the Kawasaki Brave Thunders, they are coming off a win, so they're looking for back-to-back wins. But more importantly, they need to be able to start 2022 with a victory and pick up victory number 19 because the record as it stands is 18-6. Here are the leading scorers. Heath with 9, Yumafuji with 8, and the King with 8. For the team that's got a lot of catching up to do, Elias Harris has 14 points. Carter with 9, and 30 Ravenna's got 5. At the top of the coverage, we said that the San Neophoenix were very glad because they now have their full complement of imports. Unfortunately, it's not going to happen. Justin Knox is not going to be fielded in today. And so just playing with 2 international imports and 1 Asian import in 30 Ravenna. And all those gentlemen there on the right side of your screens, those are the imports for the San Neophoenix. No more reinforcements coming off the bench. And that's also one of the main reasons why their bench scoring is down to just 2. Usually they have one of their international imports coming in to give you at least 12, 14 points. But without Knox coming off the bench, he's had to rely on guys like Shingo Okada, Atsuya Ota, also Shota Tsuyama, who have not really been able to deliver. There's Janning on your screens. He has been a welcome addition here to the Kawasaki squad. He gives them a legitimate gunner. You leave him open, he will kill you 8 out of 10 times. Looking at the quarter scoring, it was a very low-scoring second period for the San Neophoenix, only scoring 10 points. They scored 24 in the first 10 minutes of play. And now we have the exact same starting five for the Kawasaki Brave Thunder. So Coach Kenji Sato wants to put the hammer down as early as they possibly can. There's Justin Knox at the end of the bench. He's not dressed. We're going to see the first entry there of a new addition for the San Neophoenix, Ryota Hazawa. Ryota is 6'2", only 21 years of age, which brings to a total of 9 the new players for the Neophoenix for this season. Can the youngster contribute the way the youngster on the other side was able to contribute? I'm talking about Ryoto Yunesu, who's 18 years old and had a few points and also had a nice assist. Janning on the outside. Harassed by Hanzawa. Back to Janning. You just gotta like the youth. You can see Hanzawa there right in front of the face of Janning, making life difficult for him. Good defense here by the San Neophoenix. Can they score though? That has been their main problem, especially in the second period. They scored 24 in the first, only 10 in quarter number 2. Harris will give it up. There's another poor pass. That's going to lead to an easy fast break. Heath with a slam. His second slam dunk here today. And that's going to add to his overall tally here in the B-League. You remember he had 300 slam dunks. They celebrated that in one of the games they had last season. Harris with a jumper, yes. That's going to cut the lead down to 16. Already 16 points for Elias Harris. Nice to see him back in the swing of things. Unfortunately for the boys in white, no Justin Knox. Janning will give it up. Finds Fuji. Fuji will get away inside. Active hands coming from the youngster. And Ryota Hanzawa comes up with another stop. That's youth shining here. They go to Matsuwaki on the outside. Chance of defense. They put it up and through the defense there of Fazikas, who actually just stood his ground, really. Not exerting too much effort. That's the veteran Nick. He knows when to pour it on and when to coast. That's going to be a poor pass. Intercepted there. Tawatari's going to hit. Now chance of Kawasaki. 2 minutes gone here in the third period. The lead of the Brave Thunders down to just 12. It once stood at a high of 19. That was at 50-31. One of the few times that we've seen Yuma Fuji issue a lackluster pass. They've got possession. And a score once again. The King for 3. Yes! He just makes basketball look so easy. He actually played here in the PBA for Petron during his younger years, but right now still showing us that he's got a few more years left to play here in the B-League before he calls it quits. Harris falling back, will miss. Janning with the rebound, and he pushes it forward. Here comes Yuma. That was literally just a push there from Tawatari. Sometimes officials might call that or deem that an unsportsmanlike foul, but play goes on. That's good defense. Getting in the face of Nick. Tawatari. Tawatari still. Tawatari gets away! No timeout going to be called here. Tawatari's got 8 points already. Here's Janning. They make that look just too easy. Janning scores once again. Janning now with 8 points to go with 1 rebound and 2 assists. Carter thought about it. Remember, 30 Ravenna has 3 personal fouls. So we might not see him until maybe the 4-minute mark of the third period. Unless Coach Branislav wants to insert him in the fourth and final period. We'll see. Still a 15-point lead once again enjoyed by Kawasaki. Tawatari. Nice look inside. Token defense put up once again by Nick Fazekas. He knows his team is ahead. Trying to go inside. Heath can't control. Nice transition defense here. They kick it out. Carter, open three. Just short. Heath with the rebound. That would have been a big help. That would have cut it down to just 10. 6 minutes remaining here in the third. Nick left open for three. Oh, he's going to burn you. That's why they call him the king. He's got 14 points on a very, you can see, chugging at just 70%. Saving his energy. He wants to be fresh for the important games which are in the playoffs. Carter gets stopped there by Heath. Carter, individual effort will not work. And here comes Nick and company once again. They built a 16-point lead. Almost was down to 10. Fuji on the outside. That's Janning's specialty. Will miss, but Fazekas is there. So much for boxing out the king. He's got 16 points already. So he's going to lead all scorers on his squad, of course, because Elias Harris has 18. Halfway gone here. That's a great effort there from Tawatari. Check that from the youngster. 21-year-old Ryota. He's finally on the board. Nice find. Janning for three. Bang! How do you leave the team's number one three-point gunner that wide open? You're asking for trouble. Lead is back up to 19. Matsuwaki's going to give it up. Tawatari stops, pops, and hits. That's a good shot. But they cannot trade baskets here with the Kawasaki squad. They need some stops. Matsuwaki just came up with a foul there. Just to be able to stop the action. That's going to be his second personal foul. Third team foul for Sanen because they wanted to bring in Shota Tsuyama. Good numbers there from Tawatari. He has to come out. He was doing quite well for his squad, but right now he's huffing and puffing. They get it inside to Fuji. They got their entire 24 seconds on their shot clock. Fuji with a kick out. Janning for three. A little bit too strong. But he's going to drop in the hands of Nick. Nick inside to Janning. Back out to Nick. Shot clock is down to 7. They go inside to the king. The king forces it up. Easy put back there from Naoya Kumagai. He's got 7 points. Adding to the bench points once again. Foul is going to be called that time on that incursion here from Robert Carter. 3:29 to be played here in the third period. There's still a comfortable advantage for the boys in red. Nothing Fuji could do there, but Pablo Aguilar actually came down to help out as well. Fuji's going to pick up his third personal. Ryosei Shiniyama is going to check in. And that's more trouble. You have a longtime member of the national squad now checking in off the bench, fully rested. .30. Getting ready to check in, and does. As we expected. Maybe the 4-minute mark. He's coming in at the 3:29 mark. They need his contributions. Gonna go for a press. They're able to break it. Bazikas will try to go inside. Broken up. Here's 30. 30 still. 30 on the break. Tries to kiss it off the glass. Will settle for 2 free throws. 30 Ravenna's itching to just be able to contribute. And why not? Coming off the bench with 3 personal fouls. He's playing on borrowed time. This is a good defensive stop. 30's first. Makes it. He's got 6 points. 30's actually played 14 minutes already. Contributing 5 points and 1 assist. A little bit too strong on that second free throw. It's picked up there by the boys in white. Chance for them to come even closer. They're still down by 17 though. Tsuyama! No. Shinoyama's gonna wait for the rest of the troops. Use some clock. Under 3 minutes to play here in the third period. Still a commanding 17-point lead by Kawasaki. Jani goes inside. Aguilar with the left hand. That's great movement without the basketball. And Pablo Aguilar really stamping his class here already with 2 threes, and then he's got that floater. Carter calling out the play. Puts up a long 3 hits. That's going to cut the lead down to 16. And already 13 points here for Robert Carter. But again, in no hurry, our Kawasaki. Nice find once again. Big basket from Naoya. He's got 10 points. Here's Harris. One of the few breakdowns in defense here for the Brave Thunders. 20 points already in the contest here for Elias Harris. And despite the fact that they're up 72-55, that last breakdown in defense will prompt Coach Kenji Sato to call this timeout. Atsuya Ota checks in for the visiting squad. Trying to add some of that experience. And he's all over Nick Fazikas, his teammate in the national squad. Long rebound's going to go to Aguilar. Another offensive possession here. They've just had so many second chance points. Jani tries to go inside. Inside-outside basketball. Shinoyama with a hit. No. Another offensive rebound. Aguilar again. Jani not forcing the issue. Finds the king. Active hands there from the boys in white. But it's still going to stay here with Kawasaki. Nice defensive stance there by Shota Tsuyama. That's him on your screens. And the king just walks through. Lead is back up to 19. So Sanen has not made any headway. fact, they've fallen because they were just down by 16. That's going to help. We want a competitive game come the fourth period. We'll see if we get it. Opening game for both these squads for 2022. Foul's going to be called there on Tsuyama. That's going to be only the third team foul for the San Neophoenix, so they have one more foul to give. 50.1 seconds remaining. Actually, we've seen more contact than that. The foul's going to be called. Here's Jenny. Nice find. Fazikas all open. No. And again, Aguilar puts it through. He'll miss though. Carter kicks it out. Extra pass. Matsuwaki. And the lead is down to 16 where it started. Chance of Kawasaki here. Difference of about 7 seconds from the game clock and the shot clock. They go inside. The King was just camping out. Kawasaki with fouls to give. Will they use it? 7 seconds remaining. There's the foul from Shinuyama. That's a veteran move. Well, he's been a part of so many wars internationally, not to mention locally as well. He knew exactly what the situation called for. Actually, they have one more foul to give still with 3.2 seconds if they want to get it. Hurried shots, not going to work. And 3 quarters have been played here at the Todoroki Arena. And things are looking good for Kawasaki. They're up 76-60. For the Kawasaki Brave Thunders, just one final push is what they're saying. That's what Coach Kenji Sato was asking them to do. They need a solid first 3 minutes, and they can coast to victory here. For the San Neophoenix, Coach Branislav Vicentich stressed to his boys, you need to start off strongly here. And we've got first possession, we need to score. It's not a must-score situation, but you want to be able to cut into this lead as quickly as you possibly can. Carter on the outside. A lot of time on the shot clock. Here's Carter. Nice find. Tsuyama will kick it out. And active hands once again by the boys in red. It's a turnover. Shinuyama using some clock as early as now. And then will attack. Go to stronger left side. They swing that ball over. Another 3. Yes! That's well set up there for Naoya. Naoya's got 13 points. And the lead is back up to 19. This is the solid start Coach Kenji was asking from his squad. Trying to get it to past 20. Matsuwaki, can he answer? A little bit too strong. 30 can't grab that rebound. Aguilar gives it up to Shinuyama. going to settle down. We find Shinoyama. Waiting for the shot clock to get down to 10. And then Shinoyama puts up a 3. Offline that time. He apologizes. But still, nonetheless, it's a good shot. It's an open one. 79-60 is our tally. Very quickly. A minute gone here in the fourth. Matsuaki. No Elias Harris here to start out the fourth period. They're starting out with Atsuya Ota. 30. Finds Carter. Carter for 3. A little bit too strong. Easy rebound there for Heath. Aguilar's going to bring it up. Going to go inside. Nice spin. That's just too easy for Shinoyama. Shinoyama working so well with Yuma Fuji in the backcourt. When usually they sub in for each other. Okada's going to check in. Okada has played more minutes here today than we've actually ever seen him so far this season. 30. No foul's going to be called there. He doesn't like the call. And the lead is now at 21. There was some body there. But as far as Jordan Heath is concerned, he said that's verticality. This is now the biggest lead at 21. And they've got possession. Nice pass. Another open 3. Bang! They have used that play time and time again. And Naoya Kumagai now with 16 points. Kumagai is actually just averaging 3 points. Today already with 16. What a huge contribution. Okada will bring it out. To Yama. Short on that one. Aguilar with the rebound. For a moment there, it looked like they were going to rush things. Again, they've sent in Ryoto Yunesu. That's another 3! And the lead is now at 27. Well, we said there were two things that could happen. Coach Kenji Sato urged his boys to put the game away in the first 3 minutes. As we see a nice 3 there from Robert Carter. While Coach Branislav Vicente said we need to get it down to a more manageable deficit. But right now, Kawasaki, listening to their coach, they were up by 16, and now, look at this. They're up by a huge bundle. They're up by 26. 13 points now in the contest for Yuma Fuji. And the rout is on. Okada finds 30. 30 will attack. 2 free throws coming up here for 30. 30 attacking with abandon. So far, already 20 minutes on the floor for 30 Ravenna. He's got 6 points and 2 assists. Now a chance to increase that tally with these 2 free throws. He was 1 out of 2 earlier. There's a nice look at Yunesu. 30 doing the right thing, taking it to the youngster. That gentleman is only 18 years old. Talking about Ryoto Yunesu. Standing 5'9", but he's cat quick. 30 makes the first. Second free throw is money as well. But the lead is still 24. If they're not able to get this down to 15 points in the next 2 minutes, it's over. The youngster kicks it out. Open jumper not going to work. They got another youngster in Satoru Maeda there, just missing that shot. So they got a 24-year-old and an 18-year-old, and another hit from the outside. And the floodgates have opened. Nice basket. Nice 3 from Yunesu. Yunesu's been averaging 3 points in just 4 minutes of action in 3 games played. So this only his 4th game here in the B-League. 5.5 remaining. Long 3, not going to work. One and done. Yonesu's going to give it up. Yonesu orchestrating for his squad. Gets away. Stops from 14 feet. Will come up short though. Harris. Harris will attack. Steps back. He was just trying to get some points for himself. Less than 5 minutes to go. Essentially a one-ball game here for Kawasaki and the fans at the Todoroki Arena wanting more though. Yonesu using clock. They're gonna have to take an open shot and it's open there! Just a little bit too strong. 30 with the rebound. Trying to make something happen on the break. Sidestepping move. 30 Ravenna scores. That's going to bring us to our technical timeout. 30 Ravenna now in double digits with 10 points. But only 4 minutes, 24 seconds remaining in this one. And a commanding lead enjoyed by Kawasaki. We have got a packed Todoroki Arena for the opening game of the Kawasaki Brave Thunders here for 2022. And it looks like they're going to treat their fans to a victory here. Kawasaki Brave Thunders, their last game for the year, last December 29 against Ibaraki Robots. They won that one 104-65. So with a win here, they're going to pick up their 19th victory and they're going to win back-to-back. They were actually going through a win-loss trend. Now they're going to get to 2 victories in succession. Heath from the outside hits. He's got 14 points. And the lead is now at 28. 95-67. Looking for some individual numbers. Atsuya Ota will score. Now they're going to use some clock, that's for sure. Turnover. One of the very few turnovers here for Kawasaki. They've really been able to take care of the basketball. But a miss there from the boys in white. Look at the turnover numbers. Only 9 turnovers for Kawasaki. 30. Tries to hand it off to Yama. Long 3 will come up short. Another rebound there by Jordan Heath. Heath now with 9 rebounds to go with 14 points and 1 assist. Jumper not going to work. They were asking for a foul there on 30 Ravenna, but again, much quicker to the ball are the boys in red. Shot clock is at 2. That hoist not going to work there for Yosuke Tsunai. Yosuke in the ball game. Yosuke has actually played 17 games, averaging only 5 minutes. Scoring 1 point and 1 rebound. He's 25 years old. Carter still in the ball game there, still in the mix. Might be better for Coach Branislav Vicente to give some more time to some of his youngsters who he might be able to use somewhere down the road. But he's still with essentially his starting unit. 2.5 to play. Carter trying to make mincemeat of the defense. And not able to do it. That's a good stand there by Yuya Kamata. Kamata stands 6'6". He's a bruiser, 31 years old. As we approach the final 2 minutes of this one. Definitely a one-ball game for Kawasaki, and they're going to improve to 19 victories with 6 losses. Quick move! And the bruiser scores. First 2 points for Kamata. And he's back to doing what he's asked of, which is to play defense. That's coming off the foot of 30. And that, in a nutshell, sums up their performance here tonight. Under 2 minutes to be played, and it's going to be another loss here for the San Neophoenix. Gallant stand they put up in the first 10 minutes of play. But they couldn't keep up with Kawasaki in the second period, and they were run off the court. And they're now going to drop to 4 wins with 21 defeats. A minute 43 remaining in this one. Don't go away because we're going to wrap things up and also show you a lot of the numbers. For all the fans in the Philippines, you can catch all the action of the B-League on Tap Sports, TapGo, the smart GigaPlay app, and also on the Puso Pilipinas Facebook page and their YouTube channel. Scoring once again is Yonesu. Traveling is going to be called there on Robert Carter. That's why you need to just keep them on the bench. And remember, they have a game tomorrow against this very same team. You want them to be fresh. That's exactly what Coach Kenji Sato has done. He's not brought in anymore Nick Fazekas. He's not brought back in Pablo Aguilar. Even Jordan Heath is not playing anymore. Not to mention their top gunner, their top three-point shooter, Matt Janning, is also resting for tomorrow's batch. Nice sidestepping move. Scoring there is Satoru Maeda. As you approach the final minute, it's 101-69. It's a 31-point advantage. And still chance of defense. And they get it. Foul's going to be called there on Tawatari. I'm surprised the imports, who have been really banged up so far this conference, especially Elias Harris. He should be resting for the next match, which is actually less than 24 hours. But again, that's the decision of Coach Branislav Vicente. I guess he wants to be able to make sure that his 2 imports get in some sort of a groove for tomorrow. Under 40 seconds to play in this one. Expect Ryoto to take a shot here. Ryoto attacks, puts it up. A little bit too strong. Put back there from another youngster, Satoru Maeda. And the lead is now at 34. Carter trying to shake and bake there with the big man. There's a score there with exactly a second remaining. And that's going to do it for this one. And the fans at the Todoroki Arena will go home very pleased. Their squad coming out with a victory. And not to mention the fact that their stars didn't really have to flex their muscles. So they're going to be fresh for tomorrow's encounter. Looking to make it 3 in a row. But here today with a victory here, they win back-to-back games, winning their final game on December 29, and winning here their first game January 2nd. That is your final score, 103-71. As you can see, the quarter scoring, quarters number 2 and quarters number 4 have not been kind to Sanen, only scoring 10 and 11 respectively. That really did them in. Carter bowing there, saying that we're bowing out today and we'll come back to fight once again Monday. One of the few Mondays that we've had B.LEAGUE coverage. And once again, if you want to catch all the action in the B.LEAGUE, you can catch it on Tap Sports, TapGo, the smart GigaPlay app, and the Puso Pilipinas Facebook page and YouTube channel. The game tomorrow to be shown on Puso Pilipinas and on Tap Sports. We will have the Shiga Lake Stars up against the Akita Northern Happinets at the Ukaruchan Arena. We're going to have Kiefer Ravenna going up against Wei Ji Yang. And we're now going to hear from the winning squad. So today we've got Kiefer. Today we got 30. Tomorrow we've got Kiefer. And as is customary, we're going to hear from the home team, win or lose. But today with the victory, they're going to be really much happier addressing their crowd at the Roar Arena, or as the Japanese call it, the Todoroki Arena. We're going to hear first from Coach Kenji Sato. There he is. Let's see if we're going to hear from some of the youngsters, because Ryoto Yonesu had a pretty good game. So did Satoru Maeda. And now we have Coach Kenji Sato.
...103対71のスコアで勝利を収めました佐藤健二ヘッドコーチにまずはお話を伺います。健二さん、勝利おめでとうございます。
ありがとうございます。
2022年最初のホームゲームで100点ゲーム、今シーズン4度目100点ゲームを達成して勝利です。試合振り返っていかがですか？
はい、皆さん新年明けましておめでとうございます。お正月にもかかわらず、轟アリーナに足を運んでくださいまして本当にありがとうございます。久しぶりの 50% ではない轟アリーナ、ファミリーのたくさんのファミリーの皆さんで埋まったこの轟アリーナ、最高でした。ありがとうございました。
本当そうですね。2年半ぶりですかね、フルオープンでご来場いただいたのは。でそんな中で今日は登録選手全選手、オンザコートという試合でもありました。そのあたりの意図もお聞かせください。
はい、終始アグレッシブに選手それぞれの強みが出た試合だったと思います。ディフェンスでちょっとやられちゃいけない点数もいくつかありましたけど、ところどころ集中したディフェンスができて勝ちきれました。皆さんのサポートのおかげです。ありがとうございます。
There you see the final score, 103-71, and Coach Kenji Sato addressing the crowd. He said, "Thank you and Happy New Year." And he said, "It's not about the New Year. It's about a long time to win a game." And he said that they came up with their best performance to start things off. He's very happy, and he thanked the fans for all their support. We've got almost a packed stadium here at the Todoroki Arena. Well, the Japanese love their basketball. You're going to have to say the same here for all the fans of Kawasaki. We're going to hear from the players. A lot have contributed. It'll be interesting to find out. Actually, they ended the ball game with their imports all on the floor. Coach Kenji Sato ended by saying, "We will continue to do our best in their future games." And now they're going to have number 27, Naoya Kumagai. 6'5" players, 31 years old, and he had a huge 16 points only averaging 9 minutes a ball game, has only played in his 10th game here today, with averages of 3 points, 1 rebound, and 1 assist. So he did so well here today, well above expectations.
戻ってこれたことが本当に嬉しいですし、こうやって、たくさんの方の前で、プレーをまた見せれたということが本当に嬉しいですし、2022年いいスタート切れました。はい、ありがとうございます。
もう一歩前へ。ありがとうございます。本当に今日はね、弦のいいゲームになっているわけなんですが、熊谷選手の今日のスタッツご紹介しましょう。16得点を挙げています。そのうち4本のスリーポイントシュート、それからダンクシュートもありました。ご自身のプレーを振り返ってはいかがですか？
そうですね、シュートに関しては、みんながムーブしてくれた分、
Well, the first thing
コーナー
that
でずっとムーブしてなかったんで、
Naoya Kumagai said was he was very happy to be able to win in front of his fans.
切れたっていうことが本当に良かったですし、
They do play a lot of away games, but he came up with his,
はい、
you can say, a breakthrough performance here in front of the fans at the Todoroki Arena.
新年明けですぐなので、ここから悲願の優勝へ向けて、どう戦っていくか、最後にファミリーの皆さんにメッセージください。
はい、まず一つ勝つことができましたけど、明日もすぐゲームがあるので、しっかりと2連勝して、
And a lot of those 16 points were not in garbage time if you really look at it.
と思います。明日も応援
He
よろ
was
しくお願い
not
します。
playing in the
ありがとうござい
last
ました。
2 minutes of
本
play.
日 MVP はナン
So
バー
those 16
27
points were points that really mattered when they really needed it.
それでは熊谷選手、いつもの締めいきましょう。
And he reminded everybody they got another game against Sanen, so he said, can we please come on over? I know it's a Monday, but come on out. To start the year right, they want to be able to get back-to-back victories here for 2022 and 3 straight overall.
いきます。3、2、1、B.LEAGUE!
Congratulations! MVP は
And as they do whenever they have a victory, there's a chant of Brave Thunders. As they come away with a win, he thanked the fans. And there's the King. The King hardly flexed his muscles, so he's going to be fresh for tomorrow. Good performance by a lot of the players here from the Brave Thunders as they want to rest up and quickly get back onto the court against 30 Ravenna and the Neophoenix. Still here at the Todoroki Arena. Our coverage, though, as we mentioned, will focus on the Shiga Lake Stars tomorrow. That's going to be at 1:30 in the afternoon. Catch all the action on Tap Sports, TapGo, the smart GigaPlay app, the Puso Pilipinas Facebook page, and the Puso Pilipinas YouTube channel. We're going to be showing you the highlights of the match in just a bit. A match that was won by the Kawasaki Brave Thunders. And you can see the fans, none of them leaving here until the players actually make their exit. Very respectful crowd, and that is just the kind of support that you have here in Japan. That's why talking to a lot of the Filipino players that are playing there, they love it in Japan. 30 Ravenna started it out last year playing for Sanen. His brother followed here this year together with Kobe Paras, Dwight Ramos, Ray Parks. Actually, there are 9 players in all, Filipinos, playing here in the B-League now in both B1 and B2. Essentially packed Todoroki Arena, and good start here for Yuma Fuji. Answering right back was a 3 there from 30 Ravenna to tie things up at 3. There were only 2 ties. One is at 3 and the next one is at 15. Jordan Heath with a slam a while ago, and here's Yuma Fuji. Just too many turnovers, too high up on their offensive set, giving layups to Kawasaki. 30 with a floater. That will give him 5 points. Actually, the first 10 minutes was very competitive. But again, just too many open shots, loose defense, and there, even loose passes. That's going to elicit a 3-point play. A foul is going to be called on 30. That's going to be his third. Janning hits. First quarter ended in favor of Kawasaki, 30-24. And everybody, including Maeta, joining the action. The 24-year-old Shinuyama stops, puts it up and through. Shinuyama didn't really score too much. They didn't need it. Aguilar, as you can see, just left too wide open for too long. Shinuyama goes to one end and then they go to the other. And dropping there is the three from Satoru Maeta. Maeta will come up with a steal and a slam dunk here. And again, just too many turnovers, as we said. Heath with another slam. First half ended with a 16-point lead for Kawasaki at 50-34. One of the few times there was a steal and a layup on one end. Tawatari did come up with a few baskets that got them within 14. And then Nick starting to heat up. Nice basket there from the new addition, Ryota Hanzawa. 21-year-old had his first 2 points there. And again, another open three. Shinuyama goes to Janning. Janning with a cutting Pablo Aguilar scores. The third period would end with a 16-point advantage for the Brave Thunders, 76-60. And in the fourth period, especially in the first 3 minutes, they got off to a strong start and they led by as much as 31. That put the outcome within any doubt. Nice basket there. And at this stage, the rout was on. Fuji puts up a three, hits. And here's Yonesu saying, I can hit as well. Doesn't matter if I'm 18 years old. I'm playing at the highest level of basketball here in Japan. 30. Still, nice sidestepping move. We'll get a consolation basket there. Jordan Heath. That was his final basket before he was relieved. And Heath, Fazekas, Janning, not to mention Pablo Aguilar, were all rested in the last 4 minutes of play. And that let the youngsters showcase what they can do. Maeta scoring there. Look at that sidestepping move. Maeta saying, I'm only 24 years old, but the future is bright. Not just for me, but for Japanese basketball as a whole. Final score in this one, 103-71, as Kawasaki improves to 19 victories against 6 defeats. Looking at 2-point field goals, basically even at 64% as compared to 63%, but the big difference still in 3-point country. Look at that. 45%, 17 out of 37 as compared to just 6 out of 23 for Sanen. Free throws, not a factor. We took a look at the turnovers. Yes, a little bit in favor of Kawasaki, but those 4 turnovers, really not too much. But 48-32 plus 16 points in the paint. And we showed you the huge bench point disparity in the first half. It became even bigger. 45 as compared to just 6 for Sanen. We get more numbers. 42 rebounds for Kawasaki, 24 for Sanen Neophoenix. Assists, 30 assists for Kawasaki, only 15 for Sanen. So they were outplayed in every single department here this Sunday afternoon. Not the kind of way you want to be able to start 2022 if you're Sanen. But as far as they're concerned, they're glad because tomorrow, it's a quick turnaround. They face this very same team again, and they need to be able to have a better start and an even better finish. That's going to do it here for our coverage. In behalf of everybody from the B-League, thanks for joining us. Once again, Happy New Year, everybody. Till next time, take care. Have a good night ahead. God bless.